Hi, this is a foreigner in the Philippines. Well, we had quite a day. We started off early, went to see Nisa and took video, as most of you will have seen by now, just confirming that final decision is that she doesn't want to have the operation. And later in the day, we went to see her again, but I'll tell you about that in a moment. There is no change. She's not going to have the operation. And of course, it will be a big shock to all her relatives who are circling around with their dorsal fins showing that there will be no money. Now, we've been in touch with the two major donors who comprise what is left of the money, 219,000 pesos. And that money has been given to our responsibility and our choice to choose another project, and that's what we're in the process of doing right now. So the sad part of it is that in going to another channel and being seen bad-mouthing Beth, there has been a price to pay. Has nothing to do with us. We're not interested in taking anything away from Nisa, as should have been demonstrated in the last month or so, in which we've given her a furnished house. No small gift, by the way, passed on by your good selves. So, what's been the repercussions of being seen criticizing Beth for not being nice enough? Oh, let's look at the not being nice enough. No, she's probably right. It wasn't very nice that Beth took her over to Cebu on the ferry, a 2-hour ferry there, 2-hour ferry back, long bus ride, taxi driving, the whole thing of going and sitting in a hospital and spending several days of our time, which of course we have no use for that time if we're not doing this trip to Cebu. And that wasn't quite nice enough. So when we had to instill a little discipline and advise the lady that she should try to work to a budget. Now, I know that lots of you are saying that people in the Philippines can't work to a budget. It's not quite true. It's not one size fits all. My wife happens to be very good at handling money. So, sorry, it's not one size fits all. Though lots of you may be right in your experience. So, the downside is that we have seen all of our work over the last month or 6 weeks of trying to get this lady to recover her health so that she's strong enough to take the operation. She was scheduled for tomorrow. Last night we were packing our stuff to go to Cebu for for more than a couple of days, probably more like 10 days of time that we have no other use for. And we got the text saying that she had changed her mind and definitely did not want to do the operation. Now, I respect that. I understand and so does Beth, understands the pressure that she is under to do as her relatives want her to do. Now, I tried to point out at the time that we had that family meeting, where were these people when Nisa had nobody? Well, we came along and Beth said we should help this girl. Now, it was a huge project that we took on. 500,000 was what we were faced with at first. Due to Beth, in her unnice way, working very hard at different ways of bringing that down, we actually got it down so that we could afford to build a house. Now, the idea of building a house, she was living on a dirt floor, no windows, no doors. Believe it, look at the video. it was just a dirt floor. There were two small rooms that were above the dirt floor with a bamboo floor, and she slept on the floor. We got her a bed, we got her a mattress, we tried to make her life comfortable. And that's where she was when we found her, malnourished. Believe it or not, she weighed 36 kilos. 36 kilos, with all of her friends and relatives all around her worrying about how she was. Well, we're just worried that she's going to be okay. Yeah, okay. I believe you. As my mother always used to say when I told her these little lies as a child. Mom, I just found it. It didn't belong to anybody. The bicycle was just sort of lying there. You know, nobody owns it. Yes, Terence, I believe you. Thousands wouldn't. That's pretty well what my reaction is. And in my foreigner, brutal mouth way, I asked the woman, where were you when she had nothing? Where were you? And I insulted her. She was insulted. So, I'm the bad boy. I must admit that I was probably over the line for losing my patience. What was said at this discussion was that the lady in question said, well, I don't believe that the 11th and 12th vertebrae are gone. Because if they were gone, she wouldn't be able to walk. Well, gone is a matter of a description. They are all but ruined and calcified and now growing like a fist out of Nisa's back. Not a pretty sight, as most of you who saw the first video will have seen. So, what's the bottom line? The bottom line is that I feel that we should just walk away. Beth, because she's not very nice, thinks that we still have to take some responsibility for Nisa. And today we went out and we got the medication that she needs, and we delivered it down there. And we told, not me, I waited while Beth went down and talked to her. It was all in Versailles anyway, so what would I know? She went down and she broke the news to Nisa that all but one of the people that have been touched by her story were not touched by what they saw on this other channel. And they've withdrawn their support of monthly expenses, which would have covered medication and food and groceries, whatever she needed. A lot of criticism there about, well, why was it only 500? Well, that was how we worked it out. 2,500 was pledged by one donor, and he agreed with us, open a bank account, I will deposit the money every month, he promised, and did, and you will draw out 500 a week and give it to Nisa, and 500 will be saved for a rainy day, that rainy day when all of this support stops. So then we got another donor who came from Australia, a good man, who has since reiterated that he will pledge an amount of money. Whether it's enough to get Nisa's medication and feed her, I don't know. But as I was about to tell you a little while ago, my feeling is give her the ATM card for the account that my not nice wife set up for her, and let her go her way now. She made her decision, she made her judgments, and she should live by them like the rest of us have to. So Beth had to break all of that news to her amid her tears, and then she came up and rejoined me, and we went home and had dinner. So we're not happy about it, but, well, I'm sure that you're making up your own mind, as everybody else has. There are many people out there who have contacted us, have said, we're just on the sidelines, we don't usually reveal ourselves. Do me a favor, reveal yourself. Let's hear from you. This is a tough time for us. We're making tough decisions. The money that was designated by donors for surgery is not going to be given for bicycles and cell phones and trips to the shopping area. It was designated by those donors for surgery, life-saving surgery, and they have the right to decide what is happening. And what is happening is that they want it to be used, in their words, for someone who is more deserving. Now, I'm simply repeating what has already been said. I am not into trying to get someone in a position where we say, told you so. What I would love to have seen is, I would love to have seen that girl go into surgery today and come out at the end of it with a life. And now she has what she has, and I'm real sorry. Beth still wants to, and still has negotiated with the donor in Australia that indeed the money will go into that bank account that she has stated. Now, I'm making no promises how that long that will go, because anybody who's got any sense at all, even a pulse, will know that all of this mess is not finished. And don't talk to me about forgiveness, because believe me, you don't know half of it, and I'm not going to tell. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to get back to what we do best, and that is making fun videos, informative videos, revealing videos of ordinary life, of life on our little farm. We're going to do more of what we love doing, and that's our intention, and that's our focus, and the rest of it can go to hell. But then I'm the one that's not religious, as you know. This is a foreigner in the Philippines. I hope this clears up a few misunderstandings. I hope it clears up what the future holds, because we ain't giving up. Beth is upstairs having a little sleep. It's actually pretty early. It's only 8 o'clock. Sometimes she does this. She's been quite exhausted over the last weeks. So, I'm down here and I'll do a few videos, and we'll get back to what we're doing. And we'll have some of those fun multitasking conversations in which I try to understand my wife. And you can laugh. I hope. This is a foreigner in the Philippines. Thanks for watching. Thanks for caring. Thanks for being interested. Thanks for your support, which has meant so much to us, more than you could ever imagine. You may see Beth and I as being strong and not needing a damn thing, and you're damn wrong. We want to know that you're there. We work 24/7 for you, and we love what we do, And in the course of all of that, we help those people that we can. By the way, to end on a nice note, tomorrow we're going to take a grandpa of Michael, the diabetic boy, and we're going to take him and hopefully we're going to get him an eye test and some glasses. And then I've joked with him and said that once he gets his glasses, he's got to read the Bible through cover to cover in 3 weeks. And no, he didn't get the joke. My dry British sense of humour. Bye for now. Good night, good day, good morning, wherever you are on the time zone.